Hi. Alright. So, I'm in my car, obviously. Hold on. Okay, I'm in my car. I just dyed my hair, by the way. Look at it. This is the color. I love it. It's a 7 warm neutral beige blonde. And I'm obsessed with this hair color. Do you see how nice it is? It's like so neutral, but it's like still blonde. I love it. So I just did that. And if you might notice, I have a little bit of sunburn on my nose. Why do I have sunburn on my nose? Maybe because I went back to Florida. Let's talk about it. I got a Taco Bell box. They didn't put it in a box though, but it's alright. It's still $5. Alright. So, we need to talk. I just went to Florida. And I went on a trip. Yes, I went to go see him. I'm sure if you refer back to my previous videos, I probably said something like, oh, we're done. This is never happening again and all that. As of right now, I'm staying in Connecticut because my business is here and I'm not fucking this up again over a man. It's hard. So we're going to talk about being addicted to toxic relationships. I just saw a clip of Julia Fox, and she was on Drew Barrymore. She was talking about when you fall in love with somebody so much that you like fall in love with their soul and you can see their potential and you know that they can treat you better and you know that they're better than who they're showing they are and all this stuff. But because of their childhood traumas and their issues and their unwillingness to get help, you're probably never going to see that side. Alright, hold on. There's no fucking sauce in this. The first one I let go because I was like, alright, maybe... Because like, sometimes when it gets to the end... No, there's literally no sauce on this. What the fuck's the point of the quesadilla then? Like... I hope they didn't fuck this up. Seriously. Because this is like the only thing left. If they didn't put sauce on this, I'm not going back to this one. I don't know if they put sauce on this. The whole reason I get the fucking quesadillas and the spicy potato is because of the sauce. Okay. At least there's sauce on that. Okay. So basically, I think that I'm in that situation right now. I think that I'm with somebody who I see the full potential in. I can see like what he's capable of. And I know that he's capable of treating me better. But unfortunately, he's in a place right now where I don't think he's going to ever get help. Unfortunately, this is like the time where I start to see the age difference with our age gap. I usually don't really start to see the difference until it's times like this, where it's like, it's time to talk about mental health and stuff like that, and somebody who's older than me is going to view it a little bit differently. He has never really gotten help for stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to go put his whole business out there, but it just, his views on stuff like that are different than mine. And would it be beneficial for a grown man who's never been to therapy to go to therapy? Yes, of course. Of course. But unfortunately, a lot of men don't get therapy because they view it as weak, or they'd rather just not talk about things and just push it down. But when I saw that Julia Fox clip, it really put things into perspective for me. I was like, wow, like, that's exactly what this is. And she even said something about, like, you know, you can waste your life waiting around and seeing if these results happen, or you can walk away and move on, and it's a gamble. And that's exactly what I feel like. I feel like this is a gamble. I feel like me saying is a gamble. Because it's like, it could go that way. it could improve. It could get to the point where things aren't so crazy. I was 23 when I met him, and I'm going to be turning 26 this summer. The mental jump from 23 to 26 is a lot. A lot of people don't like to talk about that. But there is something that goes on at 25. There's something that goes on at 25 where you're like, you're looking around and you're like, all right, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Like, I'm gay, so obviously this process goes a little bit different for me, but it's like 25, 26, 27 is like the age where you're like starting to see people on Facebook that you went to school with, like, getting married and getting engaged and buying a house and having kids. And I'm sitting here like holding on to this relationship, like, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? And to be honest with you, if it does work, then all of this was completely worth it. And I think there's some cases in life where, like, you do have to go through some extreme ups and downs to really get to a good place in your relationship. And I, like, get that. And that's why it's hard for me to, like, fully walk away from this, because there's always a part of me that's like, wait, but, like, it could be good. But I also think that's where it, like, gets dangerous. Because it's like, I'm telling him, like, you're stringing me along for all this time and everything. And he's like, I'm not trying to string you along. Like, I'm trying my best. Like, and I genuinely believe that. I really do. It's like, oh my God. And then I look like the dumb bitch at the end of the day. It's just so frustrating, honestly. I went there. I had such a good time with him because we went on the gay camping trip to my fave place to go gay camping. So we went there for my anniversary with him, which was February 12th. And, it's just annoying because it's like we go there, we have such a good time and everything, and then reality kicks in real quick because we go back to his house and his little fucking bitchy friend is there, and he's just such a bitch. He's such a bitch that it's like so hard to even ignore it, you know? Because I know it's like, well, why don't you just ignore him then? Why don't you just, like, not say anything? And it's like, well, that's what I did. But it's still so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable to be in that position. Like, imagine going into somebody's home, like, where they live. Like, it's not his house, trust me. But imagine going into somebody's home where they live and just walking right past them, not saying one word. Like, that would make you feel uncomfortable. I would hope so if you have a conscience. It made me feel uncomfortable, but it's like, what am I gonna do? When I first got there, I was trying to say hi to him. He wouldn't even look at me, so it's like, okay, I guess we're just gonna play that game then. And you know what's so funny? Oh my God, I love this. Sorry, I keep burping. When I first got with my boyfriend, oh my God, this guy, one of the very first things that he said was, oh, people his age just like to sit around and play video games all day. They don't even want to work. And what was this motherfucker doing right when I walked in the house? What was he doing? Playing a video game. Playing a video game. Wouldn't even look up from it. Huh. 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 Interesting. I just wanted to say that Julia Fox was right. It is a gamble, and it's one of those situations where it's like kind of like someone who's in an addiction. It's like you can line up all of the different things they need. You can line up, okay, you can go here, you can do this. We can help you with that. We can do this. You can do all these different things. And if you just do that, you'll be okay. It's like, it's up to that person if they really want to get there yet. If they really are ready to take those steps. If they're ready to say goodbye to their drug of choice. If they're ready to move on to something better for themselves. And I really feel like I relate to that in the moment because I'm aware that this isn't the best for me. I'm aware that it's a gamble and that I could potentially be wasting my time by holding on to this, but I'm not ready to yet. And I don't know, I would say to like anybody who's in this position, don't get mad at your friends for like trying to want the best for you and stuff like that. But if you're already sure, like you're an adult and you have your mindset like, no, I'm not ready to break up yet and stuff, I would say, just say that, I'm not ready to. And your friends will understand you unless like it's such a deeper situation than that. Like I had a friend that was like in an abusive type of relationship, and it was really frustrating. It was on another level of this. Like there's like two different versions of it. There's like the version where like you're staying in an abusive relationship and like it's really, really bad and you're like stuck in it. Or there's a version where it's like you're in a relationship where like you're stuck in the relationship, you're not sure if the relationship's working out or not, and you're just kind of like, the worst thing that's happening is you're potentially wasting your time. Those are two different things. But if you're like in the second one like me, I would just say, don't get mad at your friends for wanting the best for you, because there's going to be people in your life that get annoyed with this. And I totally get that, because I've been that person. I've been the person that's annoyed. That's like, listen, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? But now to be on the other side of it, I feel I understand a little bit more. And don't get mad at your friends. Do not cut off any friendships during this. I would just say, if you're annoyed with what you're getting as feedback, don't tell anybody anything. Because that's what my issue is, right? I'm not talking about these videos, because these videos are like therapy for me. Like, I don't really care who watches them. This is just me like venting. But in my personal life, when I'm talking about it to my friends and stuff, I found that it's best to not give every single detail, because you don't want everyone in your life to hate your significant other too. So if you think you're going through something in your relationship that you're going to work through, try to keep it to yourself, maybe. Because there's nothing worse than you being like, fuck him, I hate him, I can't, I'm gonna fucking myself, and all this stuff. Just for like the following day for you to be like, oh, guess who I'm with? Like, take it from me, don't be that girl. But I do know how obnoxious it is to like have that one girl being like, fuck him, I hate him so much, he's such an asshole, and then like you're with him the next day. It's like, ugh. Just keep it to yourself. But yeah, right now I'm in the gamble, and I don't know if I'm gonna win, you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna win. The thing that really gets me is that we had such a good time, and at the end of it, it's sad every time, because I don't want to leave. So it's like I throw this fit and everything, like not like a horrible fit, but I just throw like this fit where I'm just like upset, and I'm like, I get all like teary-eyed, and it's like, why do we have to keep leaving each other every time it gets good? Well, unfortunately, honey, because I live with a fucking douchebag cuntbag that doesn't like you, that's why. I know that he watches this shit too. I know he has to watch these, because from the time that I left last time until now, for him to not even say one single fucking word is so funny. Something pissed him off. Good, I hope you're watching this, because you've never ever been called out, and I'm gonna keep fucking doing it. You are the biggest loser I've ever met in my entire life. Pack up the Craigslist table in the back of the house, mama. Let's go. I have to listen to Moses, I have to listen to Moses. I have to listen to Trisha's Moses. And Moses said that if you hate anybody in this world, then you're a hateful person. And I felt like I resonated with that. I felt like that made sense to me. And I feel like that's what's holding me back in life right now, is that I hate somebody. And I don't like that. I don't like to hate somebody. There's very few times where I actually like hate somebody. And usually I get over it. I don't know. I can't even think off the top of my head right now. Like incidences where I've had hate for somebody. I can, but it's like, at this point in my life, it's so silly that it's like, I don't even think I would feel the same way. I think the thing that's really holding me back in life right now is my hate towards this individual. And I hate that. I hate that he has that much power to make me hate him. And I'm trying to release that. I'm trying to let go. Because I'm not going to get anywhere like that. I'm not going to accomplish anything by hating him, by hating anybody, because I really think that Moses was 100% right by saying that. Basically, his view is that, like, if you hate anybody, you're a hateful person. You cannot be a loving person. You cannot be an unhateful person if you hold hate for anybody. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, the only person I'm holding on to hate for is this one person. The person that I feel is interfering with my relationship. And I don't know how to let go of that, honestly. And I'm trying my best. And every day I try to look for different ways to release this. And I look for ways to just forgive and forget. And I'm trying my best. And, yeah. I don't know. It's like an active thing that I have to try to do, like, over and over again. I have to try my best to try to see him as something different so that I can forgive him. Because I know that, like, he's not doing this stuff on purpose. I know that this is just who he is as an individual. But it's like, to be so hateful to cause a relationship to not even work out because you're not happy, that's just like, that's like a whole different level of, like, evil to me. Like, that's just like, you don't, like, you're preventing someone else's happiness because you're so miserable. And I feel like I should feel bad for him, right? Like, I should empathize with him for that. But it's like, it's hard to, because I don't fucking like the guy right now. And unfortunately, that's not how life works. And I'm gonna have to get to a point where I do forgive the guy for myself. Not even for him. Not even for my boyfriend, but for myself. I need to forgive this guy. But as of right now, I don't. So, alright, check back in next time. Bye. Love you, mean it.